Good evening and welcome back to FSC TV. Alongside Kenzie Council, I'm Andrew Pauling. As events begin around campus, we here at FSC TV will strive to provide timely updates as we as a campus navigate the difficulties of scheduling during a pandemic.
Tonight we cover the new rock wall in the Wellness Center, Lakeland gas prices, and the CEO of Amazon stepping down. Only on the weekly at 5 tonight, which starts right now.
From Studio A on the campus of Florida Southern College, this is FSC TV.
Florida Southern's COVID-19 dashboard will continue to be updated on a weekly basis this semester. The goal of the dashboard is to keep students informed regarding positive test results reported by individuals spending time at on-campus areas. Between January 23rd and 29th, there were 4 positive cases reported from random testing on campus and 15 positive cases that were tested at another site. As of yesterday evening, 6 students were positive out of the 780 total tested on campus, with over 80% of Florida Southern's designated quarantine space still available. The dashboard is available to parents, students, and staff and will be updated each afternoon, Monday through Friday, and the weekend results will be reported with Mondays.
Over the extended winter break, 2 rock climbing walls were installed on the lower level of the Hollis Wellness Center. The largest wall, which stands at 44 feet wide and 22 feet tall, has a top rope style design with automatic belay to take up slack as the user climbs. The second wall doesn't require a rope harness at half the size of its larger counterpart. The walls were donated by Marjorie and Hal Roberts, who funded the Roberts Academy in 2008 and the middle school expansion, which opened last semester. Wellness Center staff will be holding 30-minute Bouldering 101 sessions on Tuesday evening for students looking to develop their wall climbing skill sets. Watch News at Noon here on FSC TV for daily campus event updates. Right now, we want to spotlight some student government initiatives. It's our Southern Spotlight segment on your news at 5. Every Thursday, FSC TV partners with SGA's Vice President of Communications to bring you a quick rundown of event updates and new initiatives happening throughout the Florida Southern community. This spring, SGA kicked off the semester with a COVID-friendly service project to honor civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr.
Welcome back, Mocs, to the very first Southern Spotlight of the semester. I'm your host, Blake Lowry. I want to start off by offering a very big welcome to all of our new Mocs joining us on campus this semester, but an even bigger welcome back to the rest of the student body. It's so great to see the campus lively again, and we sure did miss you. This week was the MLK Week of Impact put on by our very talented Multicultural Student Council. A big props to them and a thank you to everyone who made it out to those wonderful virtual events. And another thank you to all of those that volunteered at KidsPAC. We couldn't have done it without you. As we head into the spring semester, be on the lookout for the updated SGA office hours on our Instagram at SGA_FSC. And if you're not already following, make sure to do that to stay up to date on all things SGA. That's all we have for you this week on the Southern Spotlight. As always, don't forget to be like Moxie and mask up. May the Mocs be with you.
Super Bowl Sunday comes to the Bay Area as the Bucs will play host to the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 55. Typically a neutral site game, Tampa Bay will be the first team in NFL history to compete in the Super Bowl in their home stadium. The Bucs will look to win their first Super Bowl since 2003, while the Chiefs will look to cement their dynasty by winning their second consecutive Lombardi Trophy. Sarah Thomas will become the first woman to referee a Super Bowl following the 6:30 kickoff. Thomas spoke to FSC students at the 2020 convocation just a little over a year ago. As Major League Baseball prepares to resume activities with spring training, the Tigers will be heading back to Lakeland for their preseason exhibition games. While a final proposal from the Tigers has yet to be approved by the Lakeland Parks and Recreation Department, it is expected that pitchers and catchers will report on February 17th, with the Tigers' first home game coming on February 28th against the Red Sox. Fan attendance is expected to be limited to 20 to 25%, according to a report by the Lakeland Ledger.
Sweet, sweet strawberries are officially making their way back to Plant City. Sales for discounted tickets to the Florida Strawberry Festival began this morning at participating Publix locations throughout Central Florida. 25 Publix locations in Polk County are selling the tickets, including the locations at the Grove Park Shopping Plaza, less than 1 mile from LHA, and the Southgate Shopping Center. Gate admission tickets to the annual event are $8 for individuals 13 and older, and $4 for younger individuals between the ages of 6 and 12. The festival is set to take place March 4th through the 14th.
More than halfway through the first week of February, Lakeland residents are seeing gas prices climb from recent averages. Gas Buddy users are reporting regular unleaded fuel prices on a 30-cent spread between the highest and lowest advertised prices. The 7-Eleven on South Florida Avenue intersecting Frank Lloyd Wright Way priced regular as $2.49, 1 cent above the state average of $2.48. Down the road, the Marathon station on the intersection of Belmar is advertised as $2.45. Last week's gas prices averaged at $2.39, an increase of 6 cents to this week. AAA gas prices also reported that unleaded gas averaged $2.19 last month, since spiking 29 cents to today's average.
Lakeland has become the first city in Polk County to adopt a ban the box legislation, according to the city's municipal city manager. The new law restricts employers from inquiring about a candidate's criminal history until a job offer has been extended. The goal is to encourage a workforce that reflects the demographics of the surrounding community. This new process, which has previously been implemented in Tampa, Orlando, and Sarasota communities, went into effect on Monday for all positions outside the public safety sector.
A 132-unit affordable housing complex is in the second stage of development and is already placing applicants on a wait list. Twin Lakes Estates, west of the RP Funding Center, is part of the City Commission's resolution to add 600 additional affordable housing units within the Lakeland city limits by the end of 2021. Back in October, we reported on the Commissioner's approval of an 88-unit complex in the area. The third phase of the expansion project will include multifamily housing, which follows the placement of senior citizens seen during the first phase.
Amazon announced Tuesday that its founder, Jeff Bezos, will be stepping down from his position as CEO this summer. Bezos will remain Amazon's biggest shareholder and become the executive chairman. In a letter to employees, Bezos said he will be involved in important Amazon initiatives, but plans to put energy towards philanthropy and other passions. Andy Jassy, head of Amazon's cloud computing division, will replace Bezos as CEO. Jassy served as the CEO's shadow technical in 2003, accompanying Bezos to meetings and the learning business. He has been at Amazon for most of the company's existence.
This week marks the beginning of Black History Month. Many believe this year is perhaps the first time since the Civil War that more Americans are talking and advocating for racial equality. February is the month to celebrate the accomplishments of African Americans and recognize their roles in U.S. history. Earlier this month, New York University's School of Law professor Deborah Archer became the first black person to be elected as president of the American Civil Liberties Union. California saw their Secretary of State opening filled in late last month by Dr. Shirley Weber, the first African American to serve in the position. Also last month, 21-year-old mechanical engineering major Sydney Barber became the first black female brigade commander for the U.S. Naval Academy.
In a win for environmentalists, construction on the Keystone XL has stopped. President Joe Biden signed an executive order late last month, canceling the project over environmental risk concerns. Indigenous communities, farmers, and environmental activists have been protesting the pipeline for years, citing spills TC Energy has had in the past. The Keystone Pipeline would have crossed 3 states and hundreds of bodies of water. The construction of the pipeline provided over 1,000 jobs and was estimated to provide thousands more. Despite Biden's promise of creating jobs in the green energy sector, critics say this move hurts the economy and the people who would have benefited from working on the pipeline.
And that's your news for this week. We'll be back with you next Thursday at 5 o'clock right here on FSC TV. I'm Andrew Pauling.
And I'm Kenzie Council. Until then, you could follow us on Twitter at TV_FSC and on Facebook at FSC TV.